I actually went through a personal financial crisis. I actually lost all of my money, and someone stole some money from me as well. And I was doing too many things at the same time, and this went wrong, and this went wrong, and this went wrong, and I was just a mess. And I told my wife, I said, Kanae, I just lost all of my money. She said, that's okay. I'll just get a nursing job and I'll support the both of us. And I'm like, man, who is this woman? And I just felt at that time that I felt that from God saying, you know what, Nick, this is the woman that's going to stand by your side no matter what. And 9 months later, yeah, you can clap to that. 9 months later, you know, a little cream puff, a little cake, right? A little pastry cake. I got my bakery to put the ring in a cream puff and gave us a tray of cream puff, and the one with the ring was with the powdered sugar on it. So I got her to feed me that one, and I finished the cream puff without choking on the ring. And I said, baby, let me kiss your hand. So she gives me her left hand. And I went down on her ring finger. She's like, what are you doing getting kinky on me, you know? But I didn't lay a hand on her, I promise, all right? And I pull back and she sees the ring, and I said, baby, I love you, want to spend the rest of my life with you, will you please marry me? And she said yes, and 6 months later we got married, and 1 year and 1 day after that, we have our firstborn son, Kiyoshi. He's now 3.5 years old. He's taller than me already. But even if I got married, I can't even hold my wife's hand. Well, I don't need to hold my wife's hand, I just need to hold her heart. And how am I going to hold my kids when they're crying? Kiyoshi, when he cries, I can't put my arms around him, but he puts his arms around me. And you know, there are some things in our life that happen that don't make sense. You could probably call them as broken pieces. But you don't know what beautiful things have come from your broken pieces until you give your broken pieces a chance. Some of us never give ourselves a chance. We look ourselves in the mirror and we wish things were different. We look at our bank account and we wish things were different. We look at whatever, our house, we wish things could be different. And I want you to know that in your life and in mine, we have choices. And I can't make those choices for you. And never would I ever try to change any belief systems. But for me, it's 1, 2, 3, faith, family, and friends that help me in my life. And I know it's the faith of God that helped my parents, you know. They didn't know what to do. They took me home, but they didn't know where to begin. The doctors told my parents that I would never walk. The doctors don't know why I was born this way. My parents don't know why I was born this way. And Lady Gaga don't know why I was born this way. You know, children, they come up to me and they say, what happened? And I say, cigarettes. I love freaking people out, man. Especially adults, man. Like, you know the overhead compartment of the planes where you put your bag up, you know? I got my friends to put me up there. And I have all the leg room I needed, you know what I'm saying? And actually on one of the YouTube videos, you'll see it, but I actually dressed up as a pilot and greeted the passengers as they got on the plane. Some people started praying to Jesus for the first time. But the funniest one was I was one day in a car. Can you turn me down a little bit? Thanks. I was one day in a car and with the traffic lights, and this car comes up next to us, and this girl's looking at me. So I'm looking at her. She's looking at me. I'm looking at her. She's looking at me. I'm looking at her. And all she sees is my head from the side. Now just imagine all you see is my head. Wait, which angle you got? You got this camera now? Which camera do you want? I'm trying to figure it out. You on your camera? No? Or is there another camera out there? There we go. Get my head. Zoom in a little bit. Not too much? Okay. Ready? All you see is my head. I just did this. And her face was like... It was so funny. I definitely know that God knows who you're gonna marry. In fact, before I met my wife, I really felt
that there was another woman of God that I thought maybe she's the one, and I thought she would be the one for 6 years. And it was a hard thing when you fix your eyes on a woman of God and you pray and pray and pray, and maybe it doesn't happen. Don't be discouraged. Keep praying. Let God move in her heart. But hey, if she's not the one, then God's got something better, someone better for you, and someone better for her. And I tell you, it's always the truth.